New crisis in fast food. How supply chains are adapting to survive. The fast food house is facing a new issue. The restaurant industry is experiencing a difficult situation as a result of a lack of the ingredients that they require. This is causing some establishments to close down because it is more difficult for them to remain open. However, other restaurants are being smart and finding new ways to keep their businesses running even with these challenges. Supply chains are adapting to survive. In this video, we will look at how restaurants have been affected by the supply chain crisis and how they have adapted to survive the supply chain crisis as indicated by Forbes. The reopening of various types of restaurants, including independent and franchised quick service, fast casual, and full-service establishments to full capacity, has brought about heightened challenges concerning supply chain issues. These challenges provide substantial challenges for business owners, dealers, and operators within the industry. Despite the desire to restore operations at total capacity, many restaurants are currently running at 50% or even less capacity. The primary challenges that these establishments are facing include the following. Include the challenges that accompany the acquisition of vital ingredients, the maintenance of a consistent supply of food, and the fulfillment of the requirements of customers. In their efforts to adapt to the ever-changing circumstances and limits posed by the current supply chain concerns, restaurant owners and operators are confronted with a complicated terrain that is highlighted by these obstacles. The crisis facing the fast food industry. Crisis facing the food industry. The fast food industry is currently facing a significant because understaffed stores, supply chain issues, and the Delta variant of COVID-19 are all affecting the industry at the same time. These issues may ruin plans for recovery after a notoriously difficult year 2020. A new survey conducted by the National Restaurant Association and reported by Restaurant Business Online reveals exactly how bad things have gotten. Restaurant owners and operators have expressed that the most difficult challenge they face is finding staff, with 75% of them agreeing with this statement. Additionally, 78% of owners surveyed stated that they did not have sufficient workers to handle business, which resulted in many of them closing dining rooms or seating areas to reduce the number of customers they could serve. The survey found that nearly half of operators said that they voluntarily reduced their dining capacities. 61% of fast food restaurants and 81% of full-service restaurants said that they decided to close parts of their dining rooms because they did not have enough workers to serve those areas. Business owners say that they are unable to find staff and, in some cases, even cite a lack of desire to work, while workers say that they can demand better pay and benefits in the tight labor market. As a result of this mismatch, restaurants have reduced their hours of operation and closed their dining rooms. Innovative approach to these problems. Creative solution. Challenging times, restaurants must apply creativity and resourcefulness to survive, as highlighted in a BVO International article. Eateries have found various ways to adapt to the supply chain crisis in response to the challenges posed by the supply chain crisis. Several restaurants have strategically adopted various measures to sustain their operations. By working together, these partnerships strive to balance expenses, share the load of staff obligations, and promote employee retention. One of the most important approaches includes the formation of partnerships, in which restaurants engage with suppliers, distributors, or other firms operating within the industry. This collaborative effort not only helps in limiting risks, but also provides a platform for sharing resources, which enables restaurants to manage the problems that are associated with the supply chain more effectively. The utilization of ghost kitchens is yet another innovative approach that restaurants have discovered and implemented. Ghost kitchens are off-premise cooking facilities that are dedicated to the preparation of food for delivery and takeaway orders. Restaurants can streamline their operations with the help of this technique. By embracing this approach, restaurants can adapt to the current market dynamics and keep a presence in the business without relying entirely on traditional deals and services. This allows restaurants to lower the overhead expenses associated with traditional dining and services, as well as accommodate the growing demand for food delivery. In addition, the improvement of supply and demand forecasting has become an essential component of the management of the supply chain issue. By utilizing data analytics and advanced technologies, restaurants can acquire insights into consumer trends, anticipate changes in demand, and optimize their inventory management. Restaurants can make judgments based on accurate information thanks to this proactive strategy. Reduce the amount of waste produced and make sure that the supply chain is more resilient and efficient. The ordering of non-perishable food. The ordering of non-perishable food and supplies in bulk in conjunction with a focus on local sourcing, is an effective strategy for addressing the challenges that are posed by supply chain issues in the restaurant industry. By ordering non-perishable items in larger quantities, restaurants also have the opportunity to benefit from economies of scale, which could potentially reduce costs and save on lead times. This strategy of purchasing in bulk helps to ensure a continuous and stable supply of critical materials, reducing the impact of any potential shortages that may occur. In addition, giving local sourcing opportunities for particular components a higher priority helps to create a more resilient supply chain. Additionally, local suppliers frequently provide faster turnaround times and shorter transportation distances, hence reducing the likelihood of disruptions occurring. The restaurant can have a consistent inventory of fresh and locally accessible foods, which is a benefit not just to the neighborhood, but also to the business itself. 3. During the pandemic, restaurants faced a decline in foot traffic revenue and turned to delivery and carry-out services as a compensatory measure in this context. The popularity of ghost kitchens surged. Ghost kitchens, also known as virtual kitchens or dark kitchens, gained prominence as they provided a solution for restaurants to adapt to the evolving market dynamics. These kitchens facilitate scalable supply chain and order management efficiencies by offering flexible options for ordering food production and delivery. The majority of the time, ghost kitchens are off-premises establishments that cook food solely to deliver or take it away, hence removing the requirement for typical dining and services. Through the centralization of food production and the streamlining of operations, this model improves the efficiency of supply chain management by concentrating on satisfying the demand for consumption away from the location of the production facility. With the use of ghost kitchens, restaurants can maximize their resources, lower their overhead expenses, and specifically cater to the increasing need for transportation services that deliver food. Because of the inherent flexibility of ghost kitchens, restaurants can adjust to different ordering patterns and tastes, which gives them the ability to respond quickly and effectively to shifting market conditions. This adaptability proves to be essential in the process of managing uncertainties, such as those posed by the pandemic, which causes major shifts in the preferences and behaviors of consumers. Improve the efficiency of the logistics. Because we live in an economy that is increasingly based on consumption, there is little question that the epidemic affected consumer behavior. Instead of spending their money on experiences or events, people are concentrating their spending on product purchases and food. Several factors, including an increase in consumer demand, a lack of available containers, a lack of available labor, and congestion of ports, are making it difficult for the supply chain to keep up. What is the result? When it comes to keeping their stores filled and their customers satisfied, businesses are having a difficult time. To fight this, businesses in the food industry need to conduct extensive research into the logistics of their operations. Business owners could go years without reevaluating their supply networks before the impact of the epidemic. At the moment, the costs of drayage, shipping, labor, and storage are extremely high. Those who run businesses have a responsibility to reduce the number of individuals who touch their products and to minimize any unused space on their vehicles. Mastering and optimizing each and every link in the supply chain, as well as thinking critically about possible ways to streamline it, should become a normal operating practice for the industry. Final thoughts in conclusion. The restaurant industry has proactively tackled challenges through innovative approaches such as ghost kitchens partnerships and strategic supply chain management. Adapting to the shift in consumer behavior and preferences, restaurants have embraced off-site dining solutions while optimizing operational efficiency. This dedication to resilience and sustained performance in the face of persistent uncertainties is reflected in the focus placed on local sourcing and bulk ordering, taking everything into consideration. These adaptive tactics demonstrate the industry's capacity to manage and survive in a dynamic and ever-changing landscape. So this is the end of our today's video. Do you like it? Kindly give your valuable response in our comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting and informative videos.